Okay, hello! Welcome to Books to Huda! I am Sandy, and today I have a haul slash wrap-up of June for you, because June is nearly over and it's probably about as close to the end of the month as I'm gonna get to filming anyway, because my fiance and I are moving into a bigger unit where we live. We're gonna have 3 bedrooms, which will be nice. So without further ado, let's tell you what I've been reading with the help of Goodreads, because it's been so long since I've filmed one of these things that I've kind of forgotten. Yes, I do have a Goodreads. If you want to be my friend on there, add me, if that's how that works. Okay. Oh, right, I'd forgotten about this. So, first thing, I purchased Zenith, the Andromeda Saga Part 1 by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. Read about, well, I'm 15% of the way in, and I'm enjoying it so far. I like it. Since our last chat. Oh yeah, which I have some footage from the past to insert here of what I read from the library. So here's that clip. Hey, hello! Welcome to Books to Huda from the past. I have to take these books back to the library, so I wanted to show you them while I still had them physically. This afternoon, it's Sunday, June 5th already, I've been reading a bunch. It was sort of unintentional. I read The Bookmobile by Audrey Niffinger. I really loved this book. It kind of took my heart out. I wish I owned it. So if I ever see this around a used bookstore or something, or a new bookstore, I would buy it. I highly recommend this. It is not a children's book, though it may look like one. Although maybe for the right child. I don't know. And then, in order to get ready to read Volume 5, I read Volume 4 of Saga again. This is the saddest one, I think. Still very good. Volume 5 was very good. I wish it was longer, but Volume 6 comes out in about a month, so I'm gonna pre-order that. So now I will have 1 through 3 and then 6. Why not? And then this I did not get from the library, but I bought this online secondhand because of course I live in the UK. I mean, I don't live in the UK. If only I lived in the UK. Because I live here in America, you can't get World Book Day stuff here because we don't have such a thing. I ordered it. I only paid about $6 for it, which was pretty good. And it was so cute. I love this story. For older readers, I think it's probably just because you kind of need to be a certain age to feel... I don't know. I mean, I'm older than the main character in this story, Elena. She waits in line to go see the newest Star Wars movie, and it's just a very cute story about that. There's nothing, like, inappropriate for younger readers. I'm not sure of the label. Anyway, bye! Welcome back to now, and this camera. Here is what I've read since then. Oh yeah, I listened to a lot of the Bane Chronicles on audiobook in the car. I've listened through Saving Rafael Santiago, so I've listened to 1 through 6 on there so far. Okay, so after that, I went on a kind of manga reading spin, which the main thing I read is over there. One moment. Manga series I own in its entirety, that's a long one, is Our First Love by Kaho Miyasaka. This was one of my favorite manga series when I was younger. Now I'm a little like, ooh, the feminist in me is a little unhappy with a lot of what is going on, but it's also cute. It was a big nostalgia trip for me to read these again. So in one day, I reread the entire series, volumes 1 through 10, and I was deliberating about getting rid of it, but I enjoyed reading it again, and I might again in the future. Reading books that you read at a certain time in your life takes you back to that time, and that's kind of what reading this was like for me. So I'll hang on to these again. I reorganized my manga shelf too, which is over here, which you can't see. Then I read Cardcaptor Sakura volumes 3 and 4, which are they're like really old ex-library copies that I have. I reread these every once in a while. They're just cute. It makes me happy and reminds me of a simpler time. I read, for a couple of weeks now, I've been going to Barnes & Noble on payday and just buying like one book that catches my eye. And this book caught my eye in the philosophy section. I don't know, but it's The Geek Feminist Revolution by Cameron Hurley, and I loved it. I finished it a couple days ago, I think. It's a great book. It's a lot about how science fiction writers need to be more vocal and need to be more accepting, and just what goes on in the science fiction writer community, which I didn't really know much about. And it's also just a really good book if you want to learn a little bit more about feminism. If you need some kind of like feminist boost, I recommend it. It's also pretty funny and just made me think a lot, so I recommend this quite a bit. Plus, it's got a cool cover with a llama on it. And the llamas, you find out why the llama in like the second to last chapter. The other book that I bought in that same fashion is Bad English, A History of Linguistic Aggravation by Amon Shea, which she also wrote Reading the OED. I haven't gotten very far in this, mostly because I wanted to finish up Geek Feminist Revolution before I went on, but I really was loving it so far. It seems to be a lot about the prescriptivist/descriptivist debate, which is going on in, well, it's just always going on, but it's about how proper English doesn't really exist. So as a teacher who really loves grammar, this is kind of a weird, eye-opening thing for me to be reading, but I'll let you know how I feel at the end of it. So far I'm enjoying it, even though it has a bent cover. Then, of course, I have still been reading these. The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman, Zen and the Art of Writing by Ray Bradbury, still loving it, and The Black Moon by Winston Graham. I read like 70 pages just randomly one day and really loved it. I just need to give myself time to get back into Poldark. I just need that time. Maybe when I go to Japan, I'll do that. Have I told you about that yet? I don't know. If I haven't, I'm going to Japan like the week after we move and the day after my final semester's grades are due to teach English to a bunch of young people. I'll be vlogging it sometimes. I mean, not the teaching part, but, you know, being there. So if you like Japan, stick around. So this is, of course, the Savers portion of the haul. You knew it was coming. And this one I've started yesterday and read. I'm already on, well, I dropped my bookmark when I was getting my hair done on page 105, and I started yesterday, so that tells you something. It's Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. It's not something I would typically read either. It's a funny book about horrible things is the subtitle, and this writer has, oh, a text. This writer has mental illnesses, and, you know, she manages to make it work as a writer. And apparently this book is about being sad, but in a funny way. So I will check back in when I'm done with this. I got this book that had been recommended to me by a fellow grad student a long time ago, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I waited to buy it because I wanted this edition. It is the UK edition, and I like it because it is red and smallish. The sides of the pages are a bit dirty, but I figured for like $2 I can't really be picky. So I don't really know what it's about. I know there's a TV show that is good, which I haven't seen, but I will get to it. Then I got The Cuckoo's Calling by J.K. Rowling / Robert Galbraith, because I wanted to. I'm kind of getting Harry Potter fever with the rest of the world after Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which I still need to pre-order. I can't remember if this is the one that Cherish recommended in one of my videos that she guest starred in a long time ago, but it's Jhumpa Lahiri's Interpreter of Maladies. It's a short story collection, and I don't have any of her books yet, but Cherish recommended it, and I've been wanting to diversify my reading lists, so there it is. This is a weird purchase. It's not like I'm going to sit down and read it cover to cover, but I wanted it. It is an encyclopedia of goddesses and heroines by Patricia Moynihan, PhD. So I liked the cover, and it looks like it would be cool to just sit around and have, you know, it's like they have it separated by geographical location. So a section on Africa, Christian and Jewish, Hindu, Buddhist, Irish and Scottish, Finno-Ugric, Welsh, Cornish, and Arthurian, Slavic, for example. So tons of cool ladies from the past that I need to, well, from the fictional past, that I need to know about because I'm a feminist now. Okay, So I believe that is my entire wrap-up video. I'll see you again hopefully very soon. Maybe from this spot, maybe from my new place. I'll try to film before we move again, but just in case. Thank you for watching. Books to Huda. Oh no! I touched my lens or something.